The Airports Authority of India under the Ministry of Civil Aviation is responsible for creating, upgrading, maintaining and managing civil aviation infrastructure in India. It provides air traffic management services over Indian airspace and adjoining oceanic areas. It also manages a total of 125 airports, including 18 international airports, 7 customs airports, 78 domestic airports and 26 civil enclaves at military airfields.AAI also has ground installations at all airports and 25 other locations to ensure safety of aircraft operations. AAI covers all major air routes over Indian land mass via 29 radar installations at 11 locations along with 7 OOVOR/DVOR installations co-located with distance measuring equipment. 52 runways are provided with instrument landing system installations with night landing facilities at most of these airports and automatic message switching system at 15 airports. AAI's implementation of automatic dependence surveillance system using indigenous technology at Kolkata and Chennai air traffic control centers made India the first country to use this technology in the Southeast Asian region, thus enabling air traffic control over oceanic areas using satellite mode of communication. Performance-based navigation procedures have already been implemented at Mumbai, Delhi and Ahmedabad airports and are likely to be implemented at other airports in a phased manner. AAI is implementing the Gagan project in technological collaboration with the Indian Space Research Organisation, where the satellite-based system will be used for navigation. The navigation signals thus received from the GPS will be augmented to achieve the navigational requirement of aircraft. First phase of technology demonstration system was completed in February 2008. AAI has 4 training establishments viz. The Civil Aviation Training College at Allahabad, National Institute of Aviation Management and Research at Delhi and Fire Training Centres at Delhi and AMP, Kolkata. An aerodrome visual simulator has been provided at CATC in non-radar procedural ATC simulator equipment is being supplied to CATC Allahabad and Hyderabad Airport. AAI has a dedicated flight inspection unit with a fleet of 3 aircraft fitted with flight inspection system to inspect instrument landing systems up to Cat 3, VORs, DMEs, and DBs, VGSI and radar, in addition to in-house flight calibration of its navigational aids. AAI undertakes flight calibration of navigational aids for the Indian Air Force, Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard and other private airfields in the country. AAI has entered into joint ventures at Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore and Nagpur airports to upgrade these airports. History. The Government of India constituted the International Airports Authority of India in 1972 to manage the nation's international airports, while the National Airports Authority was constituted in 1986 to look after domestic airports. The organizations were merged in April 1995 by an Act of Parliament and was named as Airports Authority of India. This new organization was to be responsible for creating, upgrading, maintaining and managing civil aviation infrastructure both on the ground and airspace in the country. Functions: design, development, operation and maintenance of international and domestic airports and civil enclaves, control and management of the Indian airspace extending beyond the territorial limits of the country, as accepted by ICAO, construction, modification and management of passenger terminals, development and management of cargo terminals at international and domestic airports, provision of passenger facilities and information system at the passenger terminals at airports, expansion and strengthening of operation area viz. Runways, aprons, taxiway etc. provision of visual aids, provision of communication and navigation aids, viz. ILS, DVOR, DME, radar etc. Passenger facilities construction, modification and AMP management of passenger terminals, development and AMP management of cargo terminals, development and AMP maintenance of apron infrastructure including runways, parallel taxiways, apron etc. Provision of communication, navigation and surveillance which includes provision of DVOR, DME, ILS, ATCT radars, visual aids etc. Provision of air traffic services, provision of passenger facilities and related amenities at its terminals thereby ensuring safe and secure operations of aircraft, passenger and cargo in the country. Air navigation services in tune with its global approach to modernize air traffic services infrastructure for seamless navigation across state and regional boundaries. AAI is upgrading to satellite-based communication, navigation, surveillance and air traffic management. A number of cooperation agreements and memoranda of cooperation have been signed with the Federal Aviation Administration, U.S. Trade and AMP Development Agency, European Union, Air Services Australia and the French government. Cooperative projects and studies initiated to gain from their experience. Through these activities more and more executives of AAI are being exposed to the latest technology, modern practices and AMP procedures being adopted to improve the overall performance of airports and air navigation services. Some of the major initiatives in this area are introduction of reduced vertical separation minima in Indian airspace to increase capacity and reduce congestion in the air, implementation of GPS and geo-augmented navigation jointly with ISRO, which when put to operation would be one of the 4 such systems in the world. AAI is a full member of the Civil Air Navigation Services Organization. IT implementation. AAI website is a website giving a host of information about the organization besides domestic and international flight schedules and such other information of interest to the public in general and passengers in particular. Hrd Training. AAI has a number of training establishments, viz. NIMAR in Delhi, CATC in Allahabad, Hrd Training centers at Delhi and AMP Kolkata for in-house training of its engineers, air traffic controllers, rescue and AMP firefighting personnel etc. NIMAR and AMP CATC are members of ICAO trainer program under which they share standard training packages from a central pool for imparting training on various subjects. Both CATC and AMP NIMAR have also contributed a number of STPs to the central pool under ICAO trainer program. Foreign students have also been participating in the training program being conducted by these institutions. Revenue. Most of AAI's revenue is generated from landing, parking fees and fees collected by providing CNS and AMP ATC services to aircraft over the Indian airspace. Privatization of airports. The AAI was involved in a tussle with the Ministry of Civil Aviation over the issue of privatization of its 2 most profitable airports at Delhi and Mumbai. The Government of India handed over these 2 airports to private companies for the purpose of modernization in 2006 under revenue sharing agreement, to the GMR Group and GVK Group respectively. The Nagpur airport was transferred to the Maharashtra state-owned MADC. In addition to these, several greenfield airports are being operated by private consortiums, namely, Kochi International Airport, Bengaluru International Airport, Kazi Nazrul Islam Airport at Durgapur in West Bengal, and Rajiv Gandhi International Airport at Hyderabad. International projects. The AAI has been involved in various consultancy projects with Libya, Algeria, Yemen, Maldives, Nauru and Afghanistan.